So if we're talking about learning Office 365, I would suggest, where possible, and it isn't always possible, that you have your users connect into Office 365 or a version of it. For example, there's the evaluation version of Office 365. Download a copy of it, maybe for your administrators, maybe for some users. Use it and see what you can't quite work with, see what works with you, see what's intuitive. Go onto the web and read some of the documentation on the Microsoft website or sites like IT Pro Portal. A lot of how-to articles in many of these sites, and learn how to do some basic components. So learn how to use the email component. It is pretty easy to do if you're a techie person. For users, just have a techie person set it up for you and you can use emails straight away. Use the link component if you're going to be using link for communication. Learn how to create folders in SharePoint and navigate SharePoint, and also learn how to use the web apps, because when you open a document in Office 365, by default it will open the document in the web app, and then you have the option, if you have the full version of Office 2010, to use the full version. So use all of those components, and also for some of you who are administrators, play with PowerShell and use PowerShell to connect in. Now, once you've done some of these things and you come on a training course, it will be of more value to you, because you'll be asking more practical questions of the instructors. Oh, I've been using this, how do I do this? How do I provision for this? I'm a user. How do I save in Excel? There's no save button when I'm using the web app. Okay, just to answer that question, that's because the web app dynamically saves as you type. So this is one way to get the most out of training courses. Now, there are different types of people who can go on a training course. So there's the user perspective, and also there's the administrator perspective. You've got a support help perspective as well. If you've outsourced the management of Office 365 to a company such as some of the Microsoft Gold partners or partners, then that's fantastic. You don't need to go on those administration courses. If you're a large enterprise and you're migrating your environment into Office 365, there are issues to do with hybrid of your Exchange services. If you've got on-premise link, how to federate that, how to migrate data into Office 365, that's from the email perspective, how to migrate data from your SharePoint perspective. And it would be worth you attending an administration or a deployment and migration course. So these are some things you can do to get good at Office 365. Now, I personally, I'm a technical person, and other technical people, if you've got the time to spend on it, you could probably pick up the basics within a month.